How's it going, everybody? My name is Jesse, just in case we haven't met before. And life happened this past week. And as you guys know, if you've been here for a while, when life tends to happen, I'll make like a check-in vlog style video like this. And we'll just kind of talk. So I didn't really have enough time to do a motivational video, but I'll touch on that here in a second. But as always, welcome back to Continues to Tick. But I guess I could just start by saying, do you show up for your people? Do you show up? And I know that's a tough question to answer sometimes, because you can always say it depends, and oftentimes it does depend. It really just depends on the relationship. But this past weekend, even though as unorthodox as it may have been, and maybe as tired as I may be right now, yeah, I was able to show up. I decided to show up for my people, show up for my family, and most specifically, show up for my sister. She actually got married this past week. And if I went into the long story of how it all unfolded and happened, it'd be a very long story. So it's almost better that I keep it short and sweet and just summarize and say, she got married, and she got married in Mexico. So this past weekend, I took a flight just for the weekend down to Mexico, and I was there. The thing is, and I'm starting to realize this over time, you know, as you get older, is that there's moments that happened around you that you want to be part of. As you get older, you start seeing more of the importance behind it, even if you agree or don't agree with it, right? And then as you get older, it's really important to set those things aside, because the truth is no one else is going to live the life for you, and neither can you live the life for somebody else. So when I say unorthodox, I just mean it's unconventional, it's different. It's not exactly, if I was to repeat it, how I would do it, but at the end of the day, that also shouldn't matter. That shouldn't be a wedge between like my love for my family, or my love for my sister, or my love for somebody else. You know, at the end of the day, it will be their life. I did go to Mexico for this past weekend, and now I'm back here at San Francisco International Airport parking garage. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, when life tends to happen, I do check in with these vlog style videos, because I really don't have time to push out the content that I normally would. And I don't want to, you know, half it. I didn't say the, you know, in there. But I don't want to half it, so I'd rather do a check-in video, make it more raw, just as a reminder that sometimes we do have to live in the moment. Sorry, there's like, I don't know if you could hear it. Cut the airplanes right overhead, and the train. But one of the things that made me decide to just do it, right? Like go out for this weekend, you know, even though I did a full week of work and everything, you know, grad school, everything, and just kind of put that on pause and go do this, you know, for my family. And specifically for my sister, that way she could feel the love and feel the support, you know, that I do want to show her. I tell her that I do, and that I love her and I care for her, but sometimes you got to show up, you know, when those moments do arrive. So when the opportunity presented itself, I knew I had to show up. Because sometimes in life, you get to points where you do realize that it doesn't matter how many photos you take, there's certain photos that last a lifetime. And those are the ones you really got to make it to. So like this one, for example, a wedding. It's a pretty big photo. And I knew, for example, even if I tell my sister that I love her and I'm really sorry I can't make it, she'd understand. She would. But the thing is, I wouldn't be in that photo. I wouldn't be there. And memories in our minds can last a lifetime. But a photo, it can last past a lifetime, right? Like for example, I'm not here anymore. The photo can outlive me. And that's where sometimes a photo can outlast your word. So long story short, I did end up in that photo, but I didn't have enough time to push out a weekly video just like I normally do. But I'm hoping that just as a reminder, by being able to live in the moment, by showing you this little snippet, a little piece of my weekend, I guess a whole weekend, but just condensed, you can see and hopefully hear from this little story here that life is more than what we think it is. It's bigger. I know this channel, a lot of times it's about investing, and it's slowly kind of morphing into motivation and mindset. And it's always been surrounding time, but you know, I'm trying to piece it together and shape it into something. So, and I always do these check-in videos from time to time, but you know, I'm going to continue to do them from time to time. And they're going to be a little bit raw, a little bit scrambled, but you know, this is it. And I just want this to be a reminder that this is life sometimes. And you just got to roll with it. But sometimes if something does present itself, just, you know, grab the opportunity. And if you can show up for your people, you know, show up. But in saying that, I'm pretty tired. Grad school hasn't stopped. I do work tomorrow, and I do got to drive to get home. The dividend portfolio doesn't stop, so I'll definitely add a review towards the end of this video, literally right now, next, if you're still watching. But otherwise, I guess I can't log off yet, so stay tuned for that. And as mentioned, here we are currently in the Jesse's cash flow portfolio, currently at $53,612.45. And I must say, the markets continue to decline, but that is the moment that we're currently in. But regardless, our vision stays long term. But currently here we are, with an all-time return of 22.40%, which equates to a total gain of $5,302.10. And for market gain alone, if you look a little closer here, you can see it's at $3,870.08. And as for earned dividends, we're crossing further into the $1,400 mark at $1,432.02. And in speaking of last week's performance, here we are, minus 1.41%, which equates to a negative loss of $767.89. And here we are now in the dividend activity section for this past week. Starting on May 9th, as you can see here, I actually did sell the Warner Brothers spinoff provided by AT&T. I thought about it long and hard, but I realized I don't hold anything in my portfolio I don't stick by, I don't stand by. So I'm sorry, Warner Brother, but I'll remain with AT&T for now. No plans on selling that anytime soon. And then 2 days later, here we are on May 11th with our $500 deposit, just like we always do. And also on the same day, a $5.73 snowball. But the $5 here, and then the sell from the Warner Brothers spinoff, we had a noticeable amount of cash sitting on the sidelines that got refunneled into the portfolio. And that's what it's all about. And then as we inch closer and closer to the end here, also on May 12th, getting paid by Apple, $2.32, and then $6.17. And so that's going to be it for this week's video. A little bit different, but if you stick to this point in the video, making it all the way to the very end here, I'll let you know. I'm pretty excited about my next week's video. It's going to be another milestone video, and you can guess which one it is. Stay tuned for it, as I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. And in saying that, we made it through 7 days, and because of that, we have a high chance of making it through another 7. And as always, I'll see you then. And as always, take care.